Hi there. Hi. Hello. When you apply to study a degree like medicine or architecture or any other degree that demands a serious investment of your time and energy far greater than the 3 years that most degrees demand, you're often provided with some warning literature and brochures outlining the extent of the commitment that you'll have to make and the various sacrifices that will entail socially, professionally, possibly on your health as well, long hours, etc., etc. And rightly so, these are very taxing commitments indeed. But I think that in the world of arts and humanities, particularly in the world of English literature, there ought to be similar warning brochures and leaflets and literature provided outlining the extent of that commitment and the many sacrifices you will have to make and the consequences, for there are great and grave consequences on the rest of your life. So I've produced this, a little leaflet, brochure, little pamphlet, if you will, outlining the kind of commitment that it takes to study English literature, which I'm hoping will be handed out at open days and applicant visit days at universities very soon. It's called So You Want to Study English?
PAW. Poem a week is what that stands for. It stands for poem a week.
Put my reading glasses on. That's great. We're delighted. The world will always need overqualified babysitters who can read Chaucer to infants in the original Middle English to school them in the social intricacies of our ever-nuanced global community. There are just a few things you need to know before you make such a big commitment. Because for all the benefits and insights you'll gain, which you can read about in our pamphlet, Benefits and Insights You'll Undoubtedly Gain Probably If You Actually Try, studying English comes with some inevitable sacrifices. We think it's important that we're totally honest with you at this very early stage. Studying English isn't for everyone, and here's why. You will stop listening to music because most song lyrics are shit. You will stop writing music because your song lyrics are shit. You will carry a Sharpie with you at all times and involuntarily correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation mistakes on road signs, local government literature, greasy spoon menus, and small pamphlets such as this. We've even included a few here. See if you can spot them. If you instinctively prickle and cross them out, then good news. You've got the makings of a first-class English graduate, ? You will delete your accounts on all social media websites and limit yourself to 15 minutes internet browsing per day after you realise that no one knows how to use apostrophes. You will never go on a package holiday more than once. Having heard the expression, "And if yourselves have any questions for myself or my colleague Darren and myself, simply come and ask myself or himself and we'll be happy to help yourselves," 400 times on one short airport-to-hotel bus transfer, you will want to take these superfluous letters in the tour guide sentences and use them to throttle them to death. Students identify our second year module, Stupid Things What Leisure Industry Professionals Say, as being a big help with this. You will throw away your television. You won't find anywhere to live because every contract you're about to sign will be riddled with tautologies and sentences that simply sense make don't. You will split up with your girlfriend or boyfriend because you will no longer be able to overlook their misuse of the word literally. Hearing them say, "I literally died. My heart was literally in my mouth. My stomach literally fell out of my anus. Honey Badger Don't Give a Shit is literally the funniest video in the history of the universe," will not make you want to watch the video, but to literally kill them and burn their house down. You will learn the actual definition of words like brilliant. This will vastly enhance your ability to talk about the weather, but will, paradoxically, have a detrimental effect on the number of friends that stay around to hear you talk about the weather. You will never watch film adaptations of books. You will never read book adaptations of films. You will rightly wonder why anyone ever bothers to make book adaptations of films. You will never read anything you can talk to your non-English graduate friends about. You will critique children's exercise advice on the back of packets of Sugar Puffs and produce verbal discourses condemning its inherent misogyny and perpetuation of gendered stereotypes. Under Fun Ways to Get Fit, the packet might read, "Tidy your room really fast for 20 minutes. It may not seem like fun, but it'll make your mum really happy." You will shudder. You will stop calling your nan because you will realise that her racism and bigotry extends far beyond the forgivable boundaries of cultural upbringing. You will refute the notion of cultural upbringing. You will refute the notion of culture. You will refute, and you will probably die alone, telling yourself, like Aschenbach does in Der Tod in Venedig, that it was all worth it, that you stayed true when everyone else faltered, that you stayed strong while society decayed around you. You will be right, but you will be deeply, deeply unhappy. The applicant visit day runs from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. There are biscuits available in the senior common room, and staff will be dotted around the department between those times, happy to answer any of your questions. Alternatively, if you have a question after the visit day is ended, just pop ourselves an email. We hope this has been informative, and if you're still keen, which we strongly hope you are, then we look forward to receiving your application in the coming months and welcoming you to study English here literally next year. So sweaty under here.